Alright, so the Back to the Drawing Board program was made in 1987 by Morgan and Helm Estabrooks. This treatment approach is targeted for those with severe aphasia and limited verbal output. My patient here today is my mom. So, this approach focuses on using cartoon panels like such. And so they're correct size for an aphasic patient with color and size. And so you start with single panel cartoon strips and then you move on to the next. So first I'm going to show my mom a single cartoon panel and have her look at it for 10 seconds. Alright, so then I'm going to take it away and have her try to redraw it for me. Alright, so then I take a look at her drawing, and the criteria for the drawing is to know if it's recognizable or not. So in this instance, it would be recognizable because there's a girl and a boy and there's food. So then once she's mastered this one, we move on to the next single panel structure. So this one is a fish bowl with some fish. So I would do the exact same procedure. Alright, look at this image for me. Alright, so I'll do the same procedure, take it away from her, and let her attempt drawing it. Alright, so in this instance she finished drawing it, and as you can see it's somewhat recognizable, but you can't tell that there's two fish in a fish bowl with a hat on and things like that. So what I would do is have the patient try it one more time. I'd allow her to look at the picture. Alright, I want you to look at this one more time really close and tell me and show me, draw me what you see. Alright, so you can retry it. Nice work. I can really see the detail in your drawing. So in this case, it is a lot more recognizable of a picture for us to compare in the fishbowl. So in the back to drawing approach, you give them 4 trials of trying to get it right if they haven't. So then I'll proceed to the next drawing, do the exact same procedure. Alright, I want you to look at this drawing for a little bit. Alright, so then she'll attempt and draw it. So in this case, she did great. Look, she even put the name of the book on there as well. So, since she's gotten 3 out of the 5 single panel cartoons right, we'll move on to the next step. So in this one, we're going to move on to double panel cartoon strips, and so the same procedure applies. All right. All right, so we'll take a look at it, and we'll see that she even made the size of the birds different, so you know that this picture is definitely recognizable. So in this case, we're going to say that she got the other 3 double panel cartoon strips right, which is great. And so now we're going to increase the difficulty even further to our very last type, which is 3 panel cartoons. And so also I want to keep in mind for these aphasic patients is keeping the cartoon strips relevant. So a lot of these individuals have seen, Family Circus or Garfield or things like that that are relevant to them. So as I increase difficulty, I'll show my mom and show her the picture. All right. Alright, so she finished the 3rd panel drawing, and as you can see there's a cat and a man, and then a tuba and a cat. So she finished this one, and so we'll just say that she got 3 out of the 5 3rd panel cartoon right, and so at this point this will be the conclusion of the drawing, back to drawing therapy process. Another important piece of information about this process is that it's good to teach to other family and caregivers as well, because we know this patient will have multiple communication partners, and so giving them the avenue to draw, because that's their best mode of communication, that is something important to work on.